Chris Boswell.
Set now to wrap up a busy week of football. Happy to have you with us. And, folks, we are underway on Monday Night Primetime. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
On the return.
So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
It hasn't taken Herbert long to earn the status as one of the league's best and most entertaining passers. He's locked and loaded on every snap, and the second he sees an opening, the ball's soaring downfield. You've got to be on your A game at all times against him. The second you slip up, he's liable to burn you.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the first down. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And it's second down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. That is incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
And 9 yards to go.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw here, Herbert. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Now 4th down, so the Chargers trot out J.K. Scott. Deep to return is Calvin Austin. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. Under center is a 6'2", 225-pound signal caller, Aaron Rodgers.
There have been very few quarterbacks in the NFL who have been as consistent throughout their career as Aaron Rodgers. He's been good for so long, and we've seen no decline in his skills. His accuracy and arm strength continue to elevate the talent around him, and his in-game mistakes, few and far between.
Now it's Rodgers. Completes it to Austin. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
And the Steeler first down.
The slot man in motion right. Now here's a fake on the jet sweep and a play action now for Rodgers. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Rodgers now to throw. Not wasting time, going right back to DK Metcalf. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
Well, only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense, and now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it to kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play?
Well, coaches stress their defense being physical. They don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. To throw, it's Rodgers.
Got his man, it's Warren.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
It's safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a 3rd down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because 4 for 4 already. I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on 3rd down.
Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
And when all you want to do is keep your drive going, the quarterback sneak's a great call, isn't it? Pick it up, get a new set of downs.
And on 3rd down, usually you think 4th down quarterback sneak. There, though, it worked on 3rd.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Warren. And he'll be close to a first down at the Chargers' 18-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
Well, you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
He'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the first down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
They'll run on first down. Warren. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Jalen Warren, 15 yards. And the Steelers put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen, ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And they'll accept that penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive.
The last series form, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive 1st and 10.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. That's complete. It's Ladd McConkey. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Yeah, that's a nice pickup there, especially when it comes on the heels of a 3-and-out the first time you have the ball. They were determined to not have that happen again, and that's a nice throw for their first down of the game.
On first down, Vidal. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
The tackle made at the
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Play action. It's Herbert. That one complete to McConkey. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
It's a
that
gain
one,
of
a
8.
first down pickup of 8.
Chargers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Herbert off of play action. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen.
Herbert's pass.
So the completion good for 6 yards.
Keenan Allen.
And it'll be 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Herbert throwing again. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Cameron Hayward getting upfield to make the stop.
And Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
A gain of 3 yards. It's now 3rd and goal.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He'll try and do this himself. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers are an extra point away from drawing level.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits are on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And we are tied at 7.
The game at 7.
A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Complete to Austin here over the middle.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
On the sneak, Rodgers. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down.
Well, that wound up backfiring. Instead of handing it to your workhorse fullback or running back, they went quarterback sneak, and now they have to punt it away.
The Waitman now to punt as he sends this one away.
We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
These two teams all tied after 1. Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. They run the counter. Vidal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Alex Highsmith simply would not be stopped on that play.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Herbert. And this one is incomplete.
Intended for Lad McConkey. Incomplete. Kyle Duggar there on the coverage.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's Herbert. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Keenan Allen.
They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
On 3rd down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the 1st down line. And they were able to get him down and force the punt.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. More from L.A. in a moment.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 3.
Now Rodgers. He finds Austin complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
A gain of
12 yards that time, and a Pittsburgh first.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Here's Rodgers. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
A little joke.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 40 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
First down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
2nd down and 6 now.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him to first.
1st and goal.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
On play action, it's Rodgers. This is caught. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal.
Of the goal line. A 9-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal.
Johnson.
Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Boswell for the extra point.
For the point after.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Steelers 14.
So that drive goes
Chargers
8 plays. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And able to use his blockers to get this up over to 40.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block, but the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
They'll keep it on the ground. Vidal, and he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards there and a first down.
7-yard gain. And the Chargers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll run on first down. Vidal. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Herbert. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 31-yard line.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 31. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. On first down, Vidal. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
He's tackled at the 29.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 17-yard line.
Another Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll run on first down. Vidal. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment. They work now on 2nd and 9.
Now it's Herbert. And he's got it. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chargers are an extra point away from evening this one up.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And we are tied at 14.
That ties the game at 14.
So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone.
Cameron Dicker to kick off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Steelers
ready to take over on offense. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
They'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Throwing is Rodgers.
Goes right back to Smith again.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
On play action, Rodgers. This is Smith with the grab. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 41 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Calvin Austin.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Steelers have taken the lead.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14.
Chargers 14.
A drive there of just 4 plays.
And in the end, a Calvin Austin touchdown grab finished the drive off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
51 yards rushing for him now to this point.
10 yards.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They'll keep it on the ground. Vidal. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Brings up
and we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
It's 4th down.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Fair catch.
So a change of possession here on the punt.
Aaron Rodgers in the offense heading back out. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10.
Throwing now is Rodgers.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Rodgers now to throw.
Throwing for the out route, he finds Wilson.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. To throw is Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
On 4th down, Corliss Waitman on to punt.
Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44.
And the L.A. offense ready for this next possession. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Back to throw here, Herbert.
Complete to Johnston here.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 34-yard line.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Herbert now.
He's got another one to Johnston.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
A gain of 9
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
In motion goes the tight end. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Again, Herbert. Allen has it, left side. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Herbert. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Herbert back to the air. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Fighting him off. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 23. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
That's another Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And with Rodgers behind center, you wonder if they'll take one shot at this. And he had to reach for that one, but can't grab it. It's behind him, and it's incomplete. Halftime here on Monday Night Primetime. It is off to Orlando we go. Here is Scott Hansen with our halftime report. Scott.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would, and in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now Rodgers. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
Now it's Rodgers. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
And the Steeler first down.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Rodgers to throw once more. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. He had the distance, but it's no good. Line to the right, and this will stay a 4-point game. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Two sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. That time on the run-pass option when he decided to throw it. Not a quick little drop-off. He went downfield a bit.
Reminiscent of a triple option quarterback in college because he faked it inside, and instead of immediately throwing it out to the perimeter, stepped back in the pocket to find a target downfield.
In motion, the tight end. Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the play off in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5.
Still first down.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Watch the motion.
Here's Herbert. On the out route, he finds Johnston.
And
that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be second down.
6 brings up 2nd and 9 at the Steelers' 37-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. Vidal, nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. And this is caught. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Lad McConkey, 35 yards. And the Chargers have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter.
So a very strong first drive in this second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a 3rd quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But, boy, they executed awfully well moving the ball down the field.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that gives them a 3-point lead.
24. Steelers 21.
So that drive, 4 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, a second down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Warren.
And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
On the tackle. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Pittsburgh.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Now he'll tuck this and run. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
16 yards.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
Looking for Austin, intercepted. Picked off by Khalil Mack.
And the Chargers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the 4th quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
L.A. set to take over again on offense.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. After the turnover, here's Herbert.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Now it's Herbert.
That one complete to McConkey.
2 yards on the pickup there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
Here's Herbert. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Looking to put a drive together. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They run the counter. Warren. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
Here's Rodgers.
That's caught right side. It's Warren.
And he'll go out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
Fair catch.
So possession goes over here on the punt.
The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long.
The Charger drive about to get going.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here.
And the ball is knocked out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. But call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And Herbert's going to slide to his stop, and he has a 1st down.
17 yards.
A nice pickup of 17 yards.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Justin Herbert looking to pass.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Herbert.
That one thrown across his body, and it's incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This from 54 yards away. And he missed it. It's no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
From the gun, it's Rodgers.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Jonnu Smith, the tight end, is intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Rodgers going to throw.
Throwing quickly to Wilson.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Throwing is Rodgers.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And Mike Tomlin going to roll up the sleeves here and say, let's go for it on 4th. And again, it's Rodgers. That is caught. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a 1st.
This is where the NFL is headed year by year, partner. A league where just about everyone has someone under center who can get you with their legs as well as their arm. And we've certainly had a nice display of that from both QBs in this game, and that continued with that 1st down run.
Now Rodgers. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
Working from the gun, Rodgers.
Quick throw there is incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Throwing now is Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good, and that will tie us at 24 all.
So give him 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of the team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to a stretch, and guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did, because those guys, they win us a whole lot of games.
Taken down at the
T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
It's a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Now 2nd and 5. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. They run the counter. Vidal. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Herbert now. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
And the Steelers are going on offense here, 1st and 10.
Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter.
Looking to put a drive together. Now Rodgers. Now he's going to step up and run. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8.
On play action, Rodgers.
Got his man, it's Warren.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Back, three.
On first down, it's Warren. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
2nd and 7.
Now Rodgers.
Complete to Austin here over the middle.
Just a gain of a couple there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Here's Rodgers to throw.
Austin is there and brings in another one.
That he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
A gain of 3 yards.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 14-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set.
Up the middle they go. Vidal. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and
Brandon,
4.
one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen.
And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
And the Chargers 1st down. 1st and 10.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. Back to throw here, Herbert. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Joey Porter Jr.
And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
We say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
They'll run on first down. Warren. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line.
69 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now if you want to take a shot on second down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
Now he'll tuck this and run. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down.
It's a gain of 3.
From here on, any score could be the winning one, and he is certainly aware of that. Look at the way he locked in on that marker and made a mad scramble to get to it for the first down.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. To throw, it's Rodgers.
Now he's going to step up and run.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Bottom line is that he is just something else as a runner because there are not many QBs in this league who can rip off a game that big, and he did it with the defense giving him a little extra attention after he hit him on a run earlier this series.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on first and goal. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Jalen Warren. He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Steelers have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the fourth.
Extra point now by Boswell. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Steelers.
Just a 4-play drive that time.
24.
And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
First and 10.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, first and 10.
Right at the 30. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
A 6-yard pickup.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
Now a handoff up the middle. Vidal. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Chargers first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And the big guy catches the ball in the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Now 2nd and 9.
Now it's Herbert. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line.
The
Steelers offense and Aaron Rodgers getting set for their next drive. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with ways to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those opportunities into big plays.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Warren. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the two teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 9.
Up the middle they go. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball.
And this is going to be dropped. Oh, my gracious. There was no one in his area code, but he could not hang on to it.
Oh, man, late in a tight ball game, every play so critical, you feel like you've got to find a way to come up with that football. That was put in a great spot, but it just didn't want to stick in his hands. That's a big letdown.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
Herbert and the Chargers
down by 7, 2:14 to play. They're out of timeouts. Now they will have the 2-minute warning as they've got it 1st and 10. Herbert.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there, a drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Here's Herbert.
Finds Johnston.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
That's It's a gain of
Fourth
7.
quarter, down to the final
Brings
2
up
minutes,
3rd
and we got a
and
one-score
3.
game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first.
A 7-yard gain. And the Chargers, first down. 1st and 10 at the
That gets them the first down,
line.
but they've still got to move quickly here.
Plenty of time to work with here, but the timeouts, they're gone. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing, Herbert.
Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely, this defense, they're saying go right ahead with
Brings up
those.
2nd and 7 at the 37-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Herbert. Right side, he has Johnston.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 43. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Here's 1st down. Herbert.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
The receivers have been running them ragged. Maybe some tired legs in the secondary, maybe some tired legs in the pass rush. Didn't get to him, and look what resulted. A touchdown, tie game. They've got a chance to take the lead.
For the
Extra point try now from Dicker.
And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
That ties the game.
That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays.
And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play. This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as it kicks away here. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. This is 1st and 10.
To throw is Rodgers.
That's caught by Wilson.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. As they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Two timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Warren. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. As the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Now 2nd and 4.
Rodgers to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
A big play looming. On third down. Back to throw, Rodgers. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And that'll bring up fourth down on a big sack with a loss of 5.
Partner, you absolutely cannot take a sack in that situation. Now, it's also fourth down.
The Steelers send out their punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. So it's the Steelers who will have the first chance to go down and score here in overtime as we are back underway. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
At their own 22-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. On play action. Now Rodgers. Catch made right side by Wilson.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 6. And a Steeler first down.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
Rodgers pass.
Well, a little dinking and dunking that they're doing. At some point, is it appropriate to maybe take a shot?
It is, if you feel good about it. But otherwise, you do what a coach told me a long time ago. Take what they give you, but make them tackle. In other words, get it to one of your guys in space. If he makes someone miss, that could turn into the big play you're looking for.
Here's Rodgers. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter. Because he has such great skills, you want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First down.
Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. More from L.A. in a moment. Second and 5.
They give to Johnson going right. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
What will they draw up to try to keep this opening drive of overtime moving? 3rd and 7.
A short one there to Freiermuth.
And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Decision time now on 4th and about 1.5 yards.
I can still hear my high school coach, John Ford, right now. I want my number 1 play with my number 1 runner over my number 1 blocker. Get me the first down. But some may very well say, punt this thing away, pin them down deep, and play field position.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And they have regained the lead. That was a big risk here in overtime. You send him out to fire away from long distance, but he knocks it through to give him the lead.
Edgy, don't you think? Because if he misses there, ball goes to the spot of the kick, correct?
Yep.
And guess what? That only leaves about, 20 yards or so for them to go downfield and be positioned themselves. So you have confidence in him, and you have confidence in your defense, so go ahead and let him kick that one.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Chargers take
so
over
out come the Chargers.
at their own 29-yard
Well, it's pretty simple
line.
now. They need a field goal out of this drive to extend overtime, or obviously a touchdown would win it. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10.
Just shy of the 30. Now a first throw here in overtime. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So a little chunk there on 1st as they try to chip away down 3 in overtime.
I like your description. Chip away, down 3. You don't have to get it all in one big play, although obviously that would be nice. But there's no need to have that type of risk associated with it. Run your offense, get first downs, get yourself in a position where you know you're going to at least get 3 and keep this game going. If you get 6, so much the better.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a 1st down. They wanted to avoid the dreaded 4th down and having to get a conversion or it being the final play. They picked it up, though, on 3rd.
I love how you described that because we've been in those situations and seen it. If you get to 4th down, especially in overtime, things get a little shakier, don't they? The hands get shaky, right? The throw, if you're going to throw the ball, being able to run it, all of that coming down to one big play. Very nice of them and nice for them to pick it up on 3rd.
47-yard line.
Tackled that time by Joey Porter Jr.
2nd and 8.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And that one covered beautifully. The defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
And Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It'll be a gain of just a yard. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
Another one in the books for us, partner. Always great to be by your side. And look, both offenses, both defenses had some moments in this one, but I think you would agree these coaching staffs are also going to have some stuff to clean up on film.
Absolutely, partner, and let's face it, any game we get to watch from up here, it's going to be a blast. Do we want to get a real job? Absolutely not. Let's keep watching the NFL all season long.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night, everybody.